Hi, I'm Sofia and I chose Kartoffelpuffer mit Apfelmus, basically potato pancakes with applesauce from the country of Germany. Woo! So I selected this country and recipe because my boyfriend is German and loves German food. I chose Germany because I love cooking for him, and I've just been cooking different dishes from like around the world, and it's also part of the reason I took this class so I could cook for him. And I haven't made any European dishes yet, so I thought a German dish would be a nice way for us to connect with his culture, and I picked this recipe due to its simple ingredients and not containing anything my boyfriend is allergic to, because he's allergic to literally everything. Another reason I picked this dish is it doesn't take a lot of time to prepare, and it doesn't really require any special tools besides a cheese grater, which I own. Some cool facts I found. When sharing a table, if you have a table of 4 and there's only 3 people, if someone comes in and they're dining alone, they will just sit at your table. So I thought that was kind of silly. You like nod at them, but table crashers, pretty normal. And then they have a drink, Apples Basically, it's club soda and some sort of fruit juice. I did pick up the stuff to make this, so you'll see that when I present my dish. And when drinks are served, people will toast into a Prost. And what was my other fact? But drinking culture, that was my second fact, and then Apfelfustlore was my third. And then the first question is, when is the recipe consumed? Is it commonly eaten, or is it holidays? I found that it's a comfort food. It can be a light meal, a snack, a side dish, and it's commonly served at fairs and markets. And this recipe is unique to the culture I researched, because there is a Jewish version. I did find that out. And that's called latke, but instead of applesauce, they serve it with sour cream, and it's more for special occasions. Alright, so I'm keeping the recipe authentic, and these are all of my ingredients. This is my onion and potato grated. Alright, so I have my salt, my flour, my egg in my bowl, and I'm going to take my potato and onion, and I'm going to whisk this all together. 2 tablespoons of clarified butter on medium heat. Alright, now a spoonful of the mixture in the pan, and then I'm going to let it cook on one side and then flip it. So there it is flipped. Took them off the pan, and now they are draining on this paper plate. Alright, we got my potato pancakes, my applesauce, and then that sparkling apple drink. Alright. And look at this beautiful food. I'm going to talk about some nutrition facts. Potatoes are rich in potassium, vitamin C, and a large baked potato has over 1,000 milligrams of potassium and vitamin C. When frying potatoes, it can create harmful compounds. The high starch content can contribute to blood sugar spikes. On the positive side, potassium helps regulate blood pressure and counteracts the sodium. Eggs provide complete proteins like chlorine, which is important for brain and nerve function. The high-quality protein supports muscle maintenance, but eggs contain cholesterol and saturated fat, which can have effects on blood levels for many people. If consumed in excess, it can contribute to elevated cholesterol and heart disease. Clarified butter, or ghee, is a concentrated fat source and provides fat-soluble vitamins A, E, and K in small amounts. because of the high smoke point, it is more stable for cooking fat, and because of its high fat content, when consumed in excess, it can raise LDL levels. All right. And then for my reflection question, how has learning about food and beverage culture in another country affected your perspective on food and culture? Learning a new cultural perspective was really interesting. I found it interesting that at fairs and markets, the closest thing to fairs, something like this at an American fair, is French fries. It's really interesting that eating this is like a treat, sweet and salty, but is actually really healthy compared to any American version. And I wonder if this is why Germans normally are portrayed thinner in media compared to Americans. Thank you. Can't wait to enjoy.